Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Drill, 52.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Set.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 3rd and 9.
Right, 97.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
They go play action. Young, flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chuck Clark, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he stopped up short at first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd and 9 here.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd
Here
down.
is Young.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And marking down way up close to the 40 at the 39. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play. This swung the momentum their way.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Breaks through the contact. And he's taken down inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Right back to Hubbard.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. We're just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Hall want to give up the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. On their last time out, look and repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Young. That is caught. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And down inside the 40 to about the 48. Now 2nd and 3. Young to throw it. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Young. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A quarterback draw. Here's Young. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Young takes it on the sneak, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into Aaron Jones. Everything they're doing has been executed well. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Rodgers to throw once more. Open man here is Conklin. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rodgers now to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. Now a timeout taken.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he's going to get his guys another first down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 13 yards.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A handoff for Hall.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Here's a give to Hall. He will push his way down to about the 14. Second down and 8.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught.
And the Jets are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run with Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Young. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Rodgers now on first down.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
At the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, Young on the move to his left. And this one too low.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's Hall. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Uzomah. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end Uzomah. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll run here with Hall. And he's brought down. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
at the 3-yard line.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 3 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Flushed out right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll try to throw now. Young rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Young off the play fake. He'll buy some time. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. It's Young off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
26.
Hall again.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
second down and a few inches. Straight ahead is Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Rodgers to throw.
And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
Now Hall.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This is Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Panthers 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And shoves him off at the 20.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he will be out of bounds here, but that will take precious seconds off the clock on a play that will wind up going for no gain. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Rodgers looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for two.
Will line up for a two-point conversion.
Rodgers will throw for it. Out to his left. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Panthers 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make